Hello. I've turned my music down, so hopefully my speakers don't come through my mic. Because my earbuds aren't very helpful at the moment. Um, Maybe we can turn it up a bit though. That could work. Yeah. Okay. Hey, sprinting addict. Yeah, sorry, I don't really do random requests. I have things to work on and a living to make. Sometimes a suggestion might take my fancy, but that's not really something to hold out for. Is what I'm saying. But yeah, my commissions are on sale at the moment, so you could always commission a sketch on VGen. Right, I need that brush egg. I haven't streamed for a while. I've just kind of been uh, back and forth with a few things. But I have some clear goals of things to work on now. And number one is to finish this Digimon commission. And then number two is to finish this piece, which is just going to be black and white with the pop of color, I think. But I haven't touched this in a while. I've kind of just let it sit there. So, but I did rework a lot since the last stream because I think this is what we had on the last stream. What was the original sketch? I think it's here. That was the original. That was the beginning sketch, and I kind of decided there was a lot of things wrong with it, and then reworked it into this. Bit more than a sketch now, though. And number three is, I wonder if it will work. Hang on. Oops. Oh wait, I think it's in here. Yeah. I realized I hadn't put this up on my Etsy as a print, and it's like an ideal one for that. So I've just been reworking it, converting it to CMYK and adjusting colors. And I did try some things with like chromatic aberration and like trying to paint some like dust speckles in, but I think I went too far, so I was just turning that down. So there's the original. And then the adjusted. I feel like the adjusted colors are fine, but the chromatic aberration and dust specks are too much. Yeah, so I have turned them down. Oh wait, crap. I need to do that again then. Oh. How much did I do before the crop? Ah, crap. Um, Crud. I've cropped it and then done too many edits and saved. So I can't undo past when I cropped it. Because there needs to be a square version in the A4, A3 size version. Oh, I'll just have to do it again. Prints. This will bother me if I leave it undone. Prints to be prepped. This one. Okay. Maybe I can copy paste all this stuff. Hmm. close that one. Let's double check. Did I save? I did. It's frustrating. God, I have both heaters on and my feet and hands are cold today. Okay, edit, convert to coated coal. Yes. Do it. So the chromatic aberration is way too much. We we'll just leave a little in and accept that it's not helping. And just a little there. And then we want a new adjustment layer. We'll do levels. I think the main thing that concerns me is I don't want it to be too dark since it's going to be printed. I might start doing more microphone off streams in future. I think going forward it's gonna work out better. Oh, I had a gradient map in here. That was what was working. Wonder if we can get that back. Try again. Maybe now they're the same color profile, I won't mind. Oh yeah, it did. Awesome. Because I feel like it made it just a bit too blue around the edges. This is in the wrong place though. What do you think? I think that's better than what I had before. Did we have something else? No. Try a bit of an overlay. What is with Photoshop? This is why I only use Photoshop to prep files for print. It's just trash. Its overlay layer works quite differently too. Do we want more blue or green? Nah, don't think it's worth it. It's all weird. I think we found a happy middle ground there. Let's export these and then close Photoshop. So we got the square one. I know this is less interesting than the actual drawing, but I could tell I was going to spend a bit longer on this, so I wanted to start the stream now before it got too late. Okay, so we undo that. Want the other ratio. Oops. No. Now. It's a bit of a behind the scenes, I suppose. Yeah, that was way too much chromatic aberration, wasn't it? I think this is one of those pieces that looks better without too much blurring. Because you want to look at all the details, right? That should do. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And before I forget, undo the crop. And then save it. Alright, let's switch back to clip. Okay, that's done. I will upload that one to the Etsy store tonight or probably tomorrow. And now we will work on this. And I left myself some notes because there was some things I wanted to change. Question is now, do we paint over the top or do we edit the layers we've got? I think either way, we need a new layer for the lines, so we'll do that first. Let me just check the reference again. It's okay, it doesn't need to be quite that narrow actually. And the glasses. I think we might just paint over the top. Except for the glasses. I drew the glasses pretty quick, but I do feel like the placement and the size is kind of worked out well. I usually do it quick and have to change a lot when I come back to it. Mm. Oh, wait, hang on. That's what I did wrong. We still had the border effect on. We'll leave it on. And rasterize this layer. Now. There we go. Much better. You know what? I need a hot drink. I'm gonna get myself a coffee or tea. And a little quick stretch. Let me first go to... No. it's 5 p.m. Coffee's probably not a good idea, but I did book tickets to go see Chainsaw Man before. This is the very last showing of it tonight in the cinemas here, but it doesn't. It's at 11:30 p.m., so it's gonna be a late one. Yeah, maybe a coffee. Okay, I'll be right back. Hello. Hi, Brad. I was just getting a coffee. Partly because I got up earlier today, and partly because it's freaking cold. I have double socks on, like normal socks and slipper socks, like these big fluffy ones on top of those, and my feet are still cold right now. Oh, what temperature is it? It says it's 3 degrees. There's no way. It said that earlier today, and there was ice. Feels like 1 degrees. No, it's freezing. Okay. Bathroom breaks have been double insanity. I normally don't do 2 coffees in a day. Because the second coffee tends to give me the jitters. But we might be alright today. Okay. The stream's going to be this late daily. It's 5 p.m. here, and most of the time I've started streaming, it's been like 2 or 3 p.m. and I go for like 3 or 4 hours. So I guess they might be. It's we changed our clocks a while ago, so we're now. So what? 2 o'clock here for me is now more like 3 o'clock. I think. No. Yeah. Our clocks went backwards, which means I'm an hour later than what I used to be. I had to really think about that. But I do want to make some changes to my routine at the moment, so it would be nice to start streaming a little earlier on. Where's my line art layer gone? Oh, there you go. So I'm gonna do this. Then you can attend more often. Okay. I think originally there was supposed to be earlier anyway, but my sleep routine has gradually shifted, and I'm pretty nocturnal anyway, and I don't mind getting up kind of late and being up late at night and doing stuff, but there's like a limit for me as well. When I'm getting up after 12 noon, I have problems. As in, I have a problem with doing that. I don't like that. And then by the time I do my bit of Japanese study and whatever else, I start looking at the clock and thinking, oh, it's too late to start streaming now, and you know, all that. But I was thinking back, and I used to when I was working in, not the job I had before, like not my last job, the one before that. I would work like 10 till 7 or something, 10 till 6, 10 till 7, and then I'd get home, I'd have some food, and then I would go straight up to my computer and do drawing for like 4 hours. You know, I just powered on, and it was like a routine, so it didn't feel like some big stretch, like some heavy lifting to just do that. I was just like, cool, I've had food, time to go do my drawing and stuff. But it was kind of hard work. It was kind of draining. I think doing that for too long, I realized I needed some time to chill out. And socialize and stuff. And I think people are a lot more health conscious now with that stuff anyway. You know, long hours at desks and okay, if we is this how we're doing it? We'll just, instead of painting over the top, do this. Well, this is how I've started, so this is how we'll continue. My routine at the moment's more like once I stop for food in the evening, that'll be me kind of done with at least being at the PC. I might like do some drawing on my Galaxy tab while I'm on the sofa and stuff, but that's not been happening as much lately. I think I had a combination of art block and burnout and stress. Because I need some more work. And there's too many different things for me to like work on. And you kind of get paralyzed with choice. But I signed up for, I don't know if any of you saw on my Twitter, but I managed to get a spot on Kuno MD's art course he's doing on Underpaint. Okay, fill in those bits. Oh, I lost this one. Never mind. and I think that's gonna give me some of the focus I need. It kind of, I'm the kind of person who needs a plan or a direction. And for a while, I've been a bit aimless because I'm looking for these jobs and they all want something different. So you're like, oh, okay, I'll do some character design sheets. And then you're like, oh, that one wants environments. And then this one wants, you know. But I realize I just keep trying to cater to all these different things. And what I wanted, really, my original goal years ago was to do art for things like TCGs, you know, like the One Piece card game, and um, not Magic the Gathering, the more stylized anime style things. And then I wanted to do art for gacha game stuff too, because I did some Zenless Zone Zero pieces, and I was doing all that while I had a job at the time. But then I left that job and needed to find something else. And to find something else, I needed to do all these other things. So stick with the current job. I don't have one at the moment is the problem. If I had any random job at the moment, it would be fine. I would just come home in the evenings and I'd probably be working on the game. Why can't you use emotes? I'm not sure. You should be able to. You didn't know? It's okay. I mean, I don't really broadcast it. I it's weird. People, if you're, it's like if you're currently employed, you're more attractive to other employers as well. But speaking of that, this what I'm working on now is a commission. Um, I was commissioned by a lovely person who wanted their Digimon OC for a profile picture, and my commissions are 40% off at the moment on sale. So if anyone's interested in that, freelancing, yeah, I'm not against freelancing either. I've been looking for full-time jobs because they're a lot more stable. And freelancing's good in some ways, but it's just really hard to maintain and keep like enough work. And especially the last couple of years, it's become like impossible. And you still need like another job on top of it. You know what we need to do here is fill that bit in. You're also doing one while studying, but it's well, it's a startup. Are you creating a company? I maybe I can just merge those. Nope. That'll do. Trying something with friends? That sounds good. I feel like among my friends and myself, there's enough skills, like different skills that we could pull together to make some pretty cool things. But unfortunately, everyone seems to want to work on something different, or do just their own thing. So we're kind of stuck there. I'd love um if there was someone else who wanted to work on my game with me, because there's just too much for me to do on my own in a reasonable time. And some of it's not really relevant to the skills I want to develop. Like I know I need to draw all the sprites, and not just the designs, but actually do like the whole sprite sheets, and that's a lot. And I don't want to. I don't want to be an animator. I don't want to. I'm not trying to be an animator. Is the problem? Does this have? Let's see. And I've been enjoying doing the coding side of stuff on the game, but part of why I chose to do that was because I think I'd fit well in an indie company. But I don't necessarily see it as the skill I need to be working on, you know? Looking for a logo designer? I could do that. Although, this is a really common thing. Illustrators and graphic designers are very different things, and a graphic design is what you need for a logo. your current one was made by ChatGPT. It's a little sad to hear. Planning to make Wikipedia-like website to add in resume for anime game characters. I guess I don't really know what you're what you're applying to be. So I'm assuming making a Wikipedia page would just be pretty relevant to what you want to do. But I feel like every like fan Like everything seems to already have a website. You know, for every anime you want to watch, there's already like wiki type websites for them. And it's like when I look up Zenless Zone Zero like characters and how, like what attacks and abilities and items I need for them and what to upgrade, and those websites all already exist as well. So if it's just for a demo, then web developer, designer. If it's just to show an example of something, then I don't see why it wouldn't help. You just need to make websites. Yeah. The wiki style thing shows you can implement like the databases and stuff into the website. Um the other one you could do is something like a shop website. So it's got all the products and adding things to cart and purchasing and that type of stuff. I've just realized this is also kind of weird. Oh, I see why. It's because I did a proper. Let's airbrush some of that color back. Oh, I know why actually. We'll do it this way around. You made one for clothes already? That's cool then. I guess. What type of websites do you want to design? Maybe there's some more like unique ones you could do. I mask that. But yeah, we don't need this mask. Why did I put this on the... That was a weird thing to do. And... That's better. The only problem I have with this is these overlapping layers are getting in the way of stuff now. Alright, I think that's working better. Gaming anime companies. Why don't you You mean like you you want to do the homepage for a game? Maybe that would be a good idea. Rather than the Wikipedia style ones, which are pretty much fan websites. You want to make something that's official, right? So you could you could check out like the Arknights or the Wuthering Waves or Blue Archive, or I don't know, there's a million of them, gacha games. or other, or some other game. Should make like, imagine a game of your own and put some placeholder stuff in. Time for you to sleep. Fair enough. Thanks for hanging out. Good idea. Thanks. I mean, you fed me it. Just telling me what you see. It's just breaking it down and thinking about what you actually want to do. Rather, make the thing you want to make rather than an example of it. I don't know. It's easier said than done, but this music's good. See you next stream. See you soon. I might be streaming tomorrow. Can't remember. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, isn't it? Yeah. See you next stream. Thank you. I want to finish this today because it's pretty close. There's just things to tidy up. I think the ears look much better now, though. Glasses are cleaned up. Oops. Hey, Raccoon. I think it's nearly finished, yeah. I'm just, I think I'm gonna flatten it down and cut it into a couple of pieces. I wanna move the body up, or the head down. Because there's too much neck visible. And I want to paint the metal on the collar, actually. That's what we've not done yet. So we have... Oops, wrong brush. I think half this color is going to be hidden away when I adjust a bit. I was wondering about the claws. They seem to be painted quite differently in a lot of different art for Digimon. I think they need a bit of a shine on them though. I trust them with tech support. I'm not sure how well they can type with those hands in it. The glasses do help the look, though. I'm so glad I realized there were glasses and not markings on the eyes, though. That was. I think it looks much better now that they're glasses as well. I thought those markings were weird. I was like, they've connected the ends of the spiky bits. Is how it looked. Yeah, just remember less is more. I think all that's bothering me is maybe, yeah, it's from those shadows. Yeah, I think that's good. Now, I'm just gonna take all of it and group. No. Oh, it's because of that. I'll explode your computer. Right, we've got We could clip that. Don't think it matters too much. Forget if they're virus type. Yeah, I think they are. Hmm. We've got everything there. We're gonna remove the background and that. And the frame. And merge visible to new layer. Make a backup. And we're going to very carefully cut this bit out. Oops. Okay. Seen any of the new Digimon designs from Beat Break? I haven't actually looked at Beat Break yet. I've kind of fallen off the Digimon wagon. Okay, I think that's fine, right? Chop that bit off, and I feel like we need to cover a bit of that. Gazebo. Feels wrong to cover up the neck too much, though. Maybe there. Make it a bit shorter, but That feels better. And make the color a bit wider. I didn't want to assume, but I thought I thought it might be you who commissioned this. I just realized this bit looks kind of jank. I knew I missed a bit. Thank you for commissioning me, by the way. I've enjoyed working on this. I think it's nearly finished. I'm just tweaking some things. Give money to this creature. Yes, please. Soft paws, sharp claws. I like that. This part was originally off canvas, so I need to just clean it a bit. Skull hand sounds good. I feel like I've forgotten something on here, but I think that was everything that I was supposed to change. We'll just do a... Let's see. I'm gonna send you two versions, I think. one with the hand in and one without. Let's see. I don't know why I've separated that out. No, there's no point. Okay. My keyboard takes too long to wake up. So I start typing a layer name and then I only get the last 3 letters of it. Let's see. So we have plain background. I think we're good. Let's crop and export. And we said 2000 pixels, nice and big, so you can do whatever you want with it. No watermark. Deltamon feels like a 9-year-old designed them, in a good way. Am I okay with small edits for icons? You do a glitch borders in GIMP? Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's yours to do whatever you want with once I hand it over. I'm giving you With and without background, the background's just plain blank, so you can do what you want. Good to ask? Yeah, it's good to ask. I think some people can be quite picky, but in my opinion, once I've handed it over, it's not my property anymore. Other than, like, I can show people the original one I did whenever I want, but I don't own the character, and you can do whatever you want with your version of it. And that's what we're gonna do. Oops. I do feel like it's quite nice with the head centered as well. Might make for a good icon. You would have gotten a big piece if you were moving. It's okay. I appreciate this commission. If there's something you want in future, feel free to send it my way though. That's a good fit. In the background looks kind of weird. I think that's fine, yeah. How long are my offers up for? I put it up for 4 weeks. It's just like it's just a winter thing. So it might be something like 15th of December. I think it'll, if it doesn't say on the VGen thing, I'll double check and you can ask me, you can send me a message. So this is background, no hand. First time using VGen. It's good. Oh, that's good to know. I don't know what it's like on the user's end. But it does seem like a great website to me. You don't even need an account? Okay, that is helpful. I guess the main thing you need is PayPal, probably. Background, no hand. 2000 pixels. And then we do one without the background. And it's no background, no hand. Should put paw. Why did I put hand? Oh well. We undo that. And I always like to leave the file in a kind of finished way. Those credit cards and stuff too. Oh, it goes through VGen. That makes sense because they take a cut. Um, yeah, I think that's finished. I've expired all those different versions for you, and I'll send it over as soon as I finish streaming tonight. I'll maybe I'll maybe do another sale in January for commissions. We'll see. But it seemed like a good time to do some now before Christmas for maybe some people want something commissioned as a gift or something. Um, yeah, this this isn't like mine. We were talking about the free run thing the other day, and this person's art's really nice, but they were looking for feedback, so I gave it a go. So I haven't done the meme myself, but I've kind of joined in anyway. And that's theirs too. They wanted feedback. This is mine. I thought it might be funny to do Amarin. What is hang on. What does she look like again? Uh send the links. Links are below the stream. Yeah, they are. I think when I send it back to send you the files, I can include a message, so but I think Twitter and Blue Sky are the main ones for me. Too zoomed in now. What am I doing with my life? Beautiful. What layer is that on? Oh, they are on the same layer. That's fine. And... Okay, this is the next mission. Vedin HQ, hi. Do you make traditional art? Not really anymore. Most of the stuff I do is digital and printed. But it's all hand-drawn, if that's what you mean. I haven't got out the old Copic markers in quite some time. I do feel like that one should be on that side, and that one on that side. And that one should be bigger. Do you think this is too stupid to post? I don't know, it just came to me last night that Fern already has an incredibly round head. So, and since I already drew Freeran with like the long shape, I thought I could do both together. Top Team Epic? Oh yeah, of course. It's such a staple trope of like long tall and like short wide, or like long and round. This head angle is really very difficult. It is quite a challenging one. I feel like I can handle it when I actually do it properly. Like with the edits here, I could see what needed changing to fix it up, but it's adding an expression to a difficult angle. I think is the hardest thing, because as soon as you start putting an expression on, it messes with what you think is like which way things are all facing. Like when you want one eye more closed than the other, it starts just looking like you've drawn one eye wrong. Maybe I'll post it for a laugh. And what we want to work on is this one. Okay, we're using that color. This has gone through a lot of changes since I started drawing it. Okay, I don't think we really need the refs to be moved. Hide those and lines. Your art's really good. It's strange your channel only has 52 subs. Yeah, it's just how the internet is. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's nice to know people think it's good at least. Because not getting any followers on anything makes you wonder what you're doing wrong. But I think social media is just kind of effed up now. Nobody gets followers unless they do a lot of very particular things to suit the algorithm these days. Or I feel like I see some artists who I think they're okay. They're nothing special. Not in a bad way, just, you know, objectively kind of figuring out what level I'm at and they're at. And I don't think I'm like top tier. I'm somewhere in between all that. But then some of them I notice are friends with very well-known artists, and I think they get retweeted, and I think that just sort of goes a long way. It's getting your art in front of the audience is the hard part. No, this is the layer we want. Line. Because social media used to be a great way to get your work in front of people. In like the early days of Instagram and Twitter, I feel like it was pretty good. And then slowly but surely they've just like trashed that. And they constantly change how the algorithm works, and you've got to post like 15 times a week. And now it's all videos. No one cares about still images. You need to post some videos. Okay. I'm sure there's other factors as well, but I got a bit tired of trying with social media, so I just kind of I just try and do my own thing. And if people like it, then great. Because I see some artists who don't post very often, but they've established themselves already. So when they do post, everyone's already following and sees it. And then others who, I guess, spend a lot of time trying to promote their stuff. Or having like a super clear theme. I feel like I have a theme, but it's not strong enough. Well, I don't know. I'll continue drawing no matter what. Time away on. Okay. I want to. Turn that down. Don't forget the trim. And we'll do. So I think the plan is to finish this one and then. Actually, I already made a to-do list. Where's it gone? Oh yeah. Okay. So we're gonna finish this knee socks one, and then we're gonna do an original illustration with my OC, which I already have a thumbnail sketch of. And then after that, we're gonna balance between game project art and fan art for gacha games, because that's what the art course is about that I'm taking. So I feel like I need to build on that before the course starts. Kind of put my best foot forward so I get the best feedback I can. So This arm I've drawn feels weird. And also, hang on. Hmm. Too many? Yeah. Try doing vertical live streams. That would be on TikTok, right? Just in YouTube. See, I'm not a fan of doing it if it's just for YouTube. You can turn your phone on your side. Right? Is that a difficult task? Or the thing is I'm streaming on Twitch as well at the same time here. So I'm not sure doing a vertical would work for all platforms at once. What are we listening to, by the way? This went into some real jam. Maybe that's enough. I don't need all fingers showing. That's definitely a bad habit I picked up from working at that stupid company. Every finger needs to be visible. No, it does not. We can hide that now. How does it work streaming vertical if I'm working on a... You know, like I'm working on a widescreen, so do I just have to narrow down my monitor's like window, like field of view? That hand's a bit jank, but I think it's okay like that. I guess the end goal isn't to have a million viewers. It would just be nice. The streaming helps me focus on actually, you know, doing the job. Right. I'm gonna make a new layer for this next bit. And I shall do the trim. Now, if those viewers could turn into followers on other social media, that would be something. Okay, I think. Seems alright. Oh yeah, I forgot I need to do the chain a bit better maybe. This was meant to be a sketch. I'm not really sure what purpose I have for going so hard on this. Other than just wanting to make something cool. Oh, that needs to go on top of this too. Um, I think all we're missing now is the hair, right? Bring the refs back a sec. I think we can. Move those ones out the way. So this front bit of hair goes swoosh. Even at a super low angle, it seems to go over one eye, but still leaves some of it visible. What the hell's that one? Oh, that was potential outfit for Scanty, because I was going to do both of them, which I might still do. How long is it? It's pretty long. Right. One layer is, yeah. You know, hunger is starting to get the better of me. So, um, I need to bring that back and I think it's just those shadows messing that up now. Uh, there it is. Favorite drink? I think it might be Cherry Pepsi Max. It used to be Dr. Pepper at one point, probably, but I've grown to realize that either Dr. Pepper's changed or I just found something better in Cherry Pepsi Max. Because they taste almost identical, but I feel like Dr. Pepper tastes really watery after the first mouthful. Like there's nothing there anymore. Whereas Cherry Pepsi Max is just, I don't know, it always hits the spot. I do quite like the lime Pepsi Max they came out with earlier on as well. Failing that, Cherryade. If you just want like a classic, like standard base drink, Cherryade. I like the fizzy drinks. Vimto is pretty high on the list too. I drink the Vimto squash is always nice, but if we're going favorites, fizzy drinks are always like the treat. So, which layer is this on? Maybe that's on this layer underneath. I have actually drawn almost everything back in there, but if I take it away completely, it loses part of what made it a sketch, you know? But we should definitely ditch that stuff. And then I'll do this. I like a lot of drinks now that I think about it. Tea, coffee, sodas, beer, IPA, wine. I'm not a fan of cider. I can drink one cider tops and then I'm done because it's just like it's just pure sugar. Boba tea, yeah, it's not bad. That's not very high on my list to be honest. That's more like I've had it with the tapioca balls and it's nice, but I don't feel like it's a drink. I feel like it's a dessert covered in liquid. I'd be curious to try the ones with like the jelly balls instead of the tapioca ones because I did find them like insanely chewy to the point where I just wanted them gone so that I could enjoy the rest of the actual liquid drink.
Which layer is that on? That one.
We need a bit more on the hair, actually, don't we? Let's get back there. Whatever I put there was a stupid idea. Aloe or red bean? Well, like bubble tea? Aloe or bubble tea? I know. I guess I've not seen those. I don't look at bubble teas very often. I'm assuming they're all. Look at this wonderful individual. Do you mean knee socks? Oh, screw it, we'll just redraw some of this. How am I? I'm pretty good, thanks. I've had the most productive day I think I've had in a while, so I feel pretty good. I went out this morning and sorted some annoying stuff out, and then I've readied up another file to go on my print store, and I've streamed, and I finished the commission I was asked to do, which was fun. And This looks amazing. Thank you. It was supposed to just be like a more of a quick type sketch, but I was struggling with it and ended up spending longer on it, and then it's turned into something I've taken way too long on. But I wouldn't call it a sketch anymore. But I like it.
I need to change the shadows again now. There it is.
That feels more like might be finished. I thought it would look good with just the eyes and the t-shirt designs colors on them, but it feels kind of like it's nice when you zoom in, but it's kind of lacking it's lacking that pop that'll help it, you know? Itachi Johnson, hello. What is that about? Hello. My screen, my monitor, the chat's on is too small, but that looks like Little Miss Tina remote, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Question here is...
Well, both of those can go. This can go.
I was thinking of putting another shadow underneath, but I'm not sure how well that'll work. Oh yeah, that was the other idea, but I abandoned that one. Started making a second OC and learning how to shade. Nice. What kind of OC is it? And what kind of shading you going for? Okay, what if the shadow is red instead? I just feel like it needs some of the pop of color somewhere. But then it looks like hmm, sending it to your friends to see if it looks right. I think this is why I changed my mind about putting a shadow underneath. It just seemed like unless I make it like some particularly long shadow, it didn't make enough sense, did it? Could just be a ow. Ow, my eyes. That is strong. I don't usually do stuff that's like as graphic designing as this. Uh, so I'm experimenting. Part of your tiefling girl family? Nice. I like tieflings. Tieflings are just demon types, basically. They're from Dungeons and Dragons. Hmm. I don't think it works with the background, but maybe we can. Let's check how it looks cropped first. It's really not a social media friendly shape, is it?
This frame is in the wrong place.
Hmm. What if... it's something like that. That could work. Definitely feel like we need to make it lighter again though. I thought I'd make it more bold, but doesn't seem to want to. Whenever I try and make it more bold and striking, it seems like it's too much. Oops. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Let me undo that and instead put... white, a separate layer, so I don't ruin there. There you go. Okay. What do we think? That could work. Could do a different shape too. Like... feet in the foreground, a bold statement. Yeah, see, I feel like I kind of like, I like drawing feet or like trying to draw them because they're kind of like a challenge, same as hands. But whenever you try and put them in your actual work, everyone immediately jumps to that conclusion. Simply own it. Yeah, I was thinking of just drawing feet and posting it as well. Okay, I'm not sure. The triangle one does seem a little better. I was thinking of just drawing feet. Alright, we got a triangle, square. Square seems better. I thought I could do red like the skin tone, but I think it's gonna be too much. I don't know what this is meant to be. It could be a nice print. Pink border. Maybe. I always like the idea of the character coming outside the frame. Um, let's try it. Uh, Hang on. What's going on with those layers? Oh, it's... This one we need to change, just... There you go. That was much easier. Try not the backseat. It's fine, suggestions are alright. If I don't know what to do, and I'm vocalizing that, suggestions are alright. I don't think it works as well because it's the white on top of the color that does it. I just thought the entire screen being that color was too much. There's also the what other options we've got. Let me. Take. Oops, need to get rid of frame. Now do it. And then back. And I don't know. The drawing's done, the composition's not quite there yet, is it? I'm gonna leave it there for now, though. It's 10 to 8, and I really need some food. And, well, I've got time before the cinema. My movie isn't showing until 11:30 p.m. So it's going to be a very cold walk. But it's exhilarating. I'll have a think about how to frame this drawing and post it tomorrow or something, maybe. Yeah, we'll end the stream there. It's been a good session today. Finished the commission and this drawing, and got the got that print ready to upload. So I think I might be back streaming again tomorrow, because I don't think I've got too much planned. Good work today. Otsukaresama. Oh, actually, just before I go, we do that. If anyone else wants a commission, they're 5% off at the moment on VGen, which is the last link. And that print might show up tomorrow on the Etsy store, if anyone's interested in that too. Yeah. Thanks again. Thank you very much for hanging out and watching. Looks good like this? Yeah, this might be enough. Or maybe ask a friend or two. But yeah, thanks very much. See you hopefully quite soon. Bye for now.